Microphone check 1 2 3. Who can hear me in the chat? Lord, as we know, events such as what we're seeing in the Midwest are just beyond our control. In one moment, a farmer's livelihood can be destroyed. I ask for your guidance for those who are helping the thousands of people who have been affected by these floods, in hopes that soon they can overcome their losses and return to their fields and pastures. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. Well, the good news is that apparently everything seems to be working on this stream tonight, so welcome everybody. 23 of you here. I see Little Farm Big Cameras. I see several of you that always are here. Monty, good to see you too. And of course, the one and only Nick Welker is able to join us tonight, which is awesome. He will be in the chat talking to you guys and watching all of your videos with us. Now, as you just saw, and as you've all probably already known, the Midwest is kind of underwater right now, and that's super unfortunate. So I really hope that they're able to recover as quickly as they can. It's probably going to be a while. That's a lot of water on the ground, and it is what it is. But man, that is some crazy stuff that's happening down there. So my hat's off to all those guys who have not only been affected, but are helping out as well. Speaking of helping out, I did see something on one of our local news channels. Lane Nordland, friend of mine, works for Montana Ag Network, and today he was talking about how maybe some of us might be able to help out some of the guys down there. He interviewed the president of Nebraska's Farm Bureau. I have that clip loaded up for us right now, so we're going to go ahead and watch that real quick.
Here's your Farm and Ranch report from the Montana Ag Network. Well, welcome back to the noon news, looking at our farm and ranch news on this Tuesday. Last week's bomb cyclone continues to inundate parts of the Midwest with floodwaters this week. Following the storm that hit Nebraska the hardest, the floodwaters made their way downstream over the weekend to include Iowa, Kansas, and Missouri. Multiple levees have been topped or breached, which has swamped farmland in small towns along the Missouri River. Ag groups like the Nebraska Farm Bureau are doing all they can to assist in the recovery efforts.
We are seeing the waters recede in certain areas of the state. That is a good thing, but we've got huge issues with infrastructure, roads and bridges and those kinds of things. You know, nearly a third of our state where it's very difficult to get around. So those issues will continue on here, and I know that efforts are being made to expedite those repairs, but everybody has to be very cautious here. After the floodwaters are passed, we'll have a lot of things that we'll be dealing with.
Nebraska Farm Bureau also has a disaster relief fund available online.
Again, people can go to our website and contribute to that fund. The monies that come into that fund will be used exclusively for farmers and ranchers and those in and about our rural communities, and 100% of that money will be used to help people in need. Well, there'll be no administrative costs or anything like that. We're using out of that fund here today, and part of that is the water that we're moving into those areas. So again, just really appreciate everyone's concern and their willingness to help.
Again.
All right, that's all he had on that. But yeah, once again, crazy stuff happening. So hopefully, I see Little Farm Big Cameras. You're saying you're flooded. That's too bad to hear. Hopefully, it's not completely ridiculous for you over. And you're in Wisconsin, right? Because I heard some parts of Wisconsin are flooded. I'm not sure which parts exactly, but yeah, and there are good chances that some other places could be affected down the road as well. Anyway, I think it is just about time to get to some of these farm videos that you've submitted, and boy, do we have a ton of them. So the bad news is I can't play everybody's videos tonight. There are just far too many. The good news is if you did submit, chances are pretty good that you'll make a future episode anyway. So we have about, I'm going to say around 12 of them that we're going to watch tonight, and there is some good content. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So let's go ahead and see who's submitted tonight here before we begin, just to give everyone a bit of an idea, because people have been asking, hey, is my video going to be featured tonight? I've been getting tons of emails about that. Maybe not tons, but a few at least. So here we go. Let's flip over here. Everybody that's up tonight includes, looks like a foreign channel, J&PT Agri with a corn harvest video. Hingtgen Farms, also good to see you in the chat, Hingtgen. You have a manure spreading video. A 2018 harvest video by NYSE Action. Tagging some calves by McFeeder's Land and Cattle. And an audio loop that is coming somewhere. That would be why. Up next, riding along while feeding cows. I believe this is in Wisconsin, is where this was submitted from. Lots of Wisconsin on this channel. That's interesting. First cat of 2018. Must have to do with harvest. From Brenbach Farm. Farming in the Columbia Basin by Hey Farmer 88. A 2018 harvest video from Manitoba. Farmer 1996. And then in the quick bits section, these are going to be videos that unfortunately we won't have time to watch the whole thing, but we'll watch sections of it, and it'll be fun. A 2018 year in review video by Just a Little Farm in Kansas. Tommy Basin has a harvest film. Hartung submitted tonight. Trucking across eastern Iowa hauling corn. Hartung's in Germany right now, so he says he's still going to join, maybe. Which is ridiculous, because it's like 1 in the morning over there. But he sounded pretty dead set on joining us later tonight, so we'll see about that. And then Werner Farms has changing tires on a combine, I believe is what this is going to be. So, some awesome stuff tonight. By the way, Nightbot is posting in the chat so I might as well include it on my lower third here as well. But there are phone lines open tonight so that you can call in, and we'll take 2 or 3 of these calls maybe tonight just to talk to some of you fans. You'll be right here on the live stream. So how this works is call that number. You're just going to go straight to a voicemail, and you can leave a voicemail. I'll check those periodically when I'm on a couple small breaks here and there, and we'll see if we can get some of you in the show. I'll just call those numbers back. So if this number calls your phone, then congratulations, you're on. It's going to be fun. We did this last time, and it was pretty great. All right, let's jump right into the first video we're going to watch tonight. We just covered everybody that submitted, and as you may remember, the first one is this corn harvest video. And I want to say it's Switzerland, maybe it's Germany. I can't quite remember. I guess we're just going to have to find out when we watch the video. So, all right, hope everybody has their popcorn. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy. It's definitely some pretty open country, I feel like, for some of Europe at least. Maybe it's a Scandinavian country, I can't remember. Oh, Jameson actually brought popcorn. There you go, man. As did Nick. You guys know what's up. Catchy music. These are some cool smaller class combines too. No, we don't see a lot of them, especially in Montana at least, in the States in general for sure. Never seen a single one in real life. I want to say I remember a Claas dealership when I was in Wisconsin once though. No combines there though, I don't think. This drone work is really good, by the way. Yeah, those are definitely some interesting looking little combines there. Cool country. It's not really exactly what I think when I think the other side of the world, but yeah, that was cool. So thank you very much for submitting. That was very well done. Man, I said that I'd critique these, but I don't know exactly what I have to say about that one. Maybe a bit more... Maybe some more dynamic shots would be cool to see next time, but the drone work was just pretty fantastic. awesome view of agriculture in a slightly different part of the world. So cool stuff to see. And that was J and PT Agra that submitted. So thank you very much, J and PT Agra, for submitting that. We're going to go ahead and move right on to the next one. All right. The next one is going to be a 2018 harvest video by NYSE Action. Let's go ahead and give this one a quick little Actually, let's go ahead and read the chat a little bit. Somebody was asking me a question in here somewhere. By the way, if you do want to ask a question, hashtag Ask Riley in the chat will make you stand out a little bit more from the rest of the traffic in there. I will be taking some questions from the chat here and there, if I can. So anyway, there is somebody here asking thoughts on the Farming Simulator games. Farming Simulator, I don't play a lot of it at all. There's tons of people in this chat that definitely play a lot more Farming Simulator than I do, but I have played here and there. And I have not picked up the new 2019 game yet. And I think it's definitely some really cool exposure into how agriculture works, because you do have a lot of non-farmers play it. It's not always the most realistic game in the world, obviously, but it is really cool. I love the sandbox approach to it. You can pretty much do whatever you want. Just a cool game to play if you are bored at some point in time. Unfortunately, I just don't have a lot of time to play video games. So next video coming right up. Here is a Harvest 2018 video. Let's go ahead and give her a watch. It's an international truck right there. I don't know what model, like an old Eagle or something. Getting her started up. There she goes. A good old Cat Lexion combine. It's a heck of a cart tractor. This is another combine that I've never seen before in real life, I don't think. At least not operating. It's a Lexion series, like a Cat Lexion series. And here comes the grain cart again. I think having a grain cart on tracks, or a tractor on tracks for the grain cart, would be pretty cool. Nick says he's heard of the Cat Lexion series. Not much experience with them. Same exact here. Actually, I think I know some people from Broadview, Montana that have one. They must be good machines. Isn't there a YouTuber that has one of these too? I'm completely drawing a blank which one. See how much is left on this guy. Oh yeah, this is a long one. This is a good video for if you really want to sit back and just watch some combines, grain carts, trucks roll across your screen. It's got some pretty ambient music to go with it. However, in terms of audience retention, this one's definitely probably going to drag on people just a little bit after a while. But then again, like, I tend to make the shorter content on YouTube, and people always ask me for longer videos, so there's a happy medium somewhere, but there's definitely target audiences for the extremes as well when you're talking about how long your video is going to be on YouTube. JDM Farms says that you're saying that the Cat Lexions are really good for canola. It's kind of cool to know. We don't do a ton of canola, but a little bit. It's new to us on our farm back in Winifred, Montana. Hogan, good to see you. Not a bad sounding truck either. We don't appear to be pulling a grain cart anymore. I just got a quick question for our audience here. Would you own an International 9370 if one was for sale? And if so, why? Seems to be a bit of a trending thing, at least on the internet. It's probably mostly Nick's fault, but old truck restorations in general, as of late last year and early this year, have skyrocketed in views. Interesting stuff. Oh, we're getting some no's. What if it was a green International? See, I'm honestly not a huge fan of international trucks, but a lot of people really do like them. L. Peterson Farms, our custom harvest crew, always runs international from the Eagle series. Oh, we're into some GoPro footage here. That's kind of cool. Just about the right amount of camera shake, too. It's not flat out vibration. Just a really cool angle. That's creative. Oh, that's interesting. So Brendan's here tonight. He's from the, if you watch the Maggie vlog, that's Brendan. And interesting, you're saying the Lexion combines don't use as much with hydraulics, and it's more flat out belt driven stuff. That is really interesting. Combines definitely use a lot of hydraulic stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead just a little bit on this video. Get to the next scene here. So we've been disking, now we're back to cutting again. I am wondering why that order in the video, rather than just one and then the other. Because we started with combining. Now we're back at combining again. JDM says the Lexions are conventionals. So they never made a rotary. Is that correct? Interesting. I don't know if the creator of the video is in the chat tonight. I'm really curious, where is this again? For all I know, I said it when we started the video and now I forgot. Oh, Central Indiana. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see you in the chat there, Tom. Good to have you here. I don't know a ton about Indiana, but I've been through there at least once before. Road tripping back from Kentucky once a long time ago. Really good college down in Indiana, Purdue University, and I don't even know how to pronounce the town name. That's a question for you. Is it like Lafayette, or I think I just said the same thing twice pretty much. Dan asks, are you in Montana? Yes. I'm broadcasting out of Bozeman, Montana right now. Let me skip ahead just a little bit here. Let me go with this last shot here. Second to last shot, whatever it is. Oh, now we're gonna buffer for it. Okay, there we go. John Hall Farms, Plainfield, Indiana. Well, thank you very much for submitting, John. Good to see you here as well. And great job on the video. I guess the only thing I have for you, well, maybe a couple things actually, because you are asking about how to improve, I see in this chat. So one thing I notice is the 4:3 aspect ratio shots here, and that's going to, I'm going to ask you, what camera did you shoot this on? Because you might be able to improve this right here so it fills the whole screen up rather than has these black bars on the sides. And I know you have a GoPro too. That stuff's coming in much sharper. Let me try and find a, like right here. This was by far the best shot in your video, in my opinion at least. And it fills the screen. Fairly good video quality. So if you can bring this to the rest of the video, that would be awesome. The other thing is your runtime. This one is going to eventually drag a lot for a lot of people at 16 minutes. Like I said before, there's a lot of people who will just sit and watch tractor videos all day on YouTube. So this will fit that crowd pretty well, but for other people, I'm going to say maybe 10 minutes max would be a good time to shoot for as far as your video runtime goes. You're saying you're using an older camera and a new one's coming soon? Awesome to hear. Yeah. Old camcorders just don't really cut it quality-wise. Honestly, your phone can do better for a lot of things. And then maybe one more thing is, don't be afraid to get up closer to the action with that camera sometimes too. There's a lot of shots where, oh, let's see if we can find one. I think there were more towards the end here, where the camera was a little bit further away, which is good. You want some wide shots sometimes, but you can also get closer, make things interesting. Once again, your GoPro did this pretty well with this shot right here. So, oh, I didn't flip the camera. Sorry about that. I was trying to show you examples and then you can go through. Anyway, excellent video. We got to move on to the next one. So thank you very much, Tom, for submitting. Good stuff. We're going to jump over to the ranching side here now. Interesting video on tagging some calves in, I think, Oklahoma is where this one comes from. Correct me if I'm wrong, but here we go. And we are in the midst of calving season right now, even up here in Montana. Luckily, we have some warmer weather for that. So, we're in the pickup here. We're gonna... Looks like it's a head-mounted GoPro, so like a first-person view. Probably uncut. He's got a rope with him. Interesting. This would be a little different from us. We don't necessarily rope them down. Usually we catch them right after they're born and stick the tag on their ear then. But looks like you're going out, and there's a calf right there, right in front of you. Are you going to be able to just walk right up to that one, or let's see what happens here. I'm sure PETA would love to have this footage. Meanwhile, in the chat, William says, good evening, everyone from Wyoming. What part of Wyoming, William? I lived in Wyoming for 2 years when I was going to Northwest and Powell for an ag degree down there. Joe says hello from Idaho. Meanwhile, you just saw over here, he just used a tool to put the tag on the calf, and calf can now walk away. How big's the pasture that we're in right now? Now we're going to try roping. Nobody in my family can rope, by the way. Dad's horrible. I haven't even learned. Guess we can't be real cowboys. Alright, we're back in the pickup again, putting our gloves back on. Looks like you had your family with you, too. So that might be something kind of cool to incorporate next time is some... It can be done after the fact or in vlog style, some narration of what you're doing right now. The different steps that you might take for a process like this. Why you gotta sit on top of the calf in order to put the tag on. That one, I guess, should be pretty obvious, but... And then, yeah, if your camera's head-mounted, I'm sure it's pretty hard to look down and get a good camera angle of the action that's taking place, tagging that calf. Skip ahead a few seconds here. Oh, there we go. That's a good shot of the putting the tag on. So yeah, you have like a little end piece, and then the tag itself, just like getting your ear pierced. Sweet. More tagging to come. How many calves are you expecting this year? Because that can be quite the job for sure. Oh, we're replaying the video there. Wrong key. There we go. Anyway, thank you very much for giving us a bit of a unique viewpoint on that. It's not very often that we get to the ranching side of things on the channel, so, but every once in a while. So thank you very much for submitting. And we're going to move ahead to one more video before we take some possible calls that you guys are leaving. So the phone number is on screen right now, 406-404-6528. Don't worry, we keep your number safe and secure and don't broadcast it to everybody on the stream. Anyway, the system works like this. You call, you leave a message saying who you are. At some point in time, I will go through all that, pick one of you guys, and call you back. And that's going to go live on the show. We had a couple people call last time, so hopefully somebody does this time as well. Anyway, it's awesome to talk to you guys, even just for a couple minutes. So that's certainly up and running and ready for you to call up that number. All right, next video is also something to do with livestock, but this is going to be a little bit different. I think this is a vlog style. It is cattle feeding ride along, and it is submitted by Down from the Dam. Interesting channel name. Let's go ahead and give her a watch.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Down from the Dam. Today, we're feeding cows at the farm. The group of cows we're feeding today are dry cows. These cows are not currently milking, but are due to have calves within the next few months. We feed our cows a TMR, or total mixed ration. A total mixed ration contains all of the nutrients that a cow needs in her diet. This mixed feed contains silage, haylage, grain, and mineral. Silage is corn that is chopped and fermented. We store and ferment this silage in an upright silo. The haylage that we're feeding this group of cows is chopped and fermented grass. that we store in a flat or lay flat silage bag. The grain we add to this mixture is ground corn and soybeans, and it comes out of the auger bin. Mineral is added as well to replenish any minerals and salts the cows need in their diet. This night real augie mixer turns and combines all of the ingredients so they are evenly mixed.
Now this is really different. The narration here is turning this into a very educational video, which I actually like. Interesting first-person view shots here as well from the GoPro. There's the cows.
As you can see, we've got mostly black and white Holsteins, a decent number of red and white Holsteins. And there's
Red and
a
white
couple
Holsteins, I've never
straggler
heard of those
jerseys
before.
that the hired man owns that we keep here. So all the animals here are registered with the Holstein Association. The red and whites are also registered with the Red and White Holstein Association. So you can see this fence, the last time I was here, this fence was about waist high, and now it could barely keep a calf in, and it looks like I'm going the wrong direction. Believe it or not, I think they had already walked through up on top there to let these animals in, but we're gonna try doing it on this side. Be unique, get a workout, fill my boots with snow all at the same time. So it's actually kind of nice out here. It's quiet. I can talk about what's going on a little bit. So these girls are waiting for their TMR, which is a total mixed ration. So that includes all the nutrients that they need during the day. They eat dry hay or sometimes balance.
They're ready to eat
Out of the feeder down on the fence line there. That's what kind of keeps them full while they're out in the field, and then they're getting a large majority of their nutrients from what's in the night mixer that I just pulled around. So this group, they're not quite as docile as the milking cows. There's a lot of heifers that haven't calved yet and aren't part of the milking herd yet, and they really like to sneak around behind a guy. So this is a bunk where we feed our animals their total mixed ration. So when the cows out of the milking barn are out, they eat out of the same mixer and off the same bunk. So once they clean it up, we get them back in the barn, then we put out the next mix.
Back to the tractor we go. Oh, is this a feed chute that we're looking down at right now? That would appear to be the case. Now, our yearlings on our place are fed pretty similarly to this, with the exception of the fact that we don't use a complete TMR. Nothing corn related for us. Good to see you here, Mason.
If you enjoy this video as much as our cows enjoy their TMR, Give me a like or a
Clever.
thumbs up. Thanks for watching Down from the Dam. We'll see you next time.
That was a pretty cool video. Keep up the good work, man. That was just awesome to watch. Very different from a lot of the other submissions that we get, just because it has that educational standpoint to it. By including the narration, I am able to learn a lot more than I would otherwise learn from a video like that. So, yeah, keep it up. I would say if you ever actually have the time, because you are actually a farmer that has to work, see if you can get even more creative with some of those camera angles. But otherwise, first-person view GoPro. Kind of a forgotten thing today, I feel like. But I like it. So, yeah, thank you very much for submitting. Let's go ahead and run back to the chat here real quick. We have at least one person asking a question in here somewhere, and I just lost where that went. All right. By using grass hay silage in their TMR, could they legally claim that any beef cows were grass-fed? So, as far as I know on the topic, to be a quote-unquote grass-fed animal, or to be certified as grass-fed beef, they cannot go to a feedlot and be finished with corn. Now, if what we feed them does not have corn in them, I think that can count as grass-fed. I think it's all around the corn. And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, because this is an area that I don't know a ton about. But interesting stuff for sure. And it's really interesting, the little consumer market for grass-fed. You see a ton of that down here in Bozeman, as Bozeman tends to be a bit more progressive than a lot of the rest of Montana. And a lot of people think grass-fed beef tastes better, and I'm not one of those people. I like my corn. So, yes, very interesting subject there for sure. A very interesting ag issue that we have at hand. The whole corn thing in general. All right, I'm going to check a couple things here real quick. We might have to take a very short break here. Doesn't look like I have any submissions for the phone yet. That appears to be correct, on my end at least. Maybe there's an issue too. But we can definitely come back to that later. I gotta take a 1-minute break. After the 1-minute break, we're gonna have another round of 4 videos to watch. And even more after that. So don't go anywhere. We're gonna be right back on AgriLive. As soon as I find the John Deere Jared's favorite screen here. I think it's like, is it this one? Aha. Catch you guys in a minute. And we're back. All right, ready for the next video? I think I am too. Let's go ahead and see what it's gonna be. All right, next video comes from Brenback Farm, first cut 2018. What kind of cut? Are we cutting silage? Are we cutting grain? There's only one way to find out, and that is sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. I think I just spoiled it. It was none of the above I mentioned. Yeah, we're back on the other side of the world again. This is awesome so far. Super close drone shot. Is this a drone shot too? That's creative. I didn't know Krone made balers that wrapped right on the machine like that. But anyway, that was excellent. Wow. Awesome video. Also awesome to see that 80 of you guys are watching tonight. So thank you very much for joining. Definitely a good time here on the AgriLive. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Really easy to do, and you won't miss another one in the future. We don't always watch other people's farm videos on the show, but we do about once a month. And now that I said that there were 80 of you, somebody left. I saw that. You better rejoin. Anyway, we also interview people on the show every once in a while. Hopefully some awesome people stop by in future episodes of AgriLive as well, but be sure to subscribe and thumbs up. Thank you, CuziFarm Farms, for subscribing. I just saw that notification roll in. Anyway, whoever made this video right here, Brenback Farm, excellent. Must have some sort of experience or professional, at least with a drone, some professional experience under your belt. And that's cool to see. Not everybody does, and that's all right too, because we need both to communicate the message of agriculture. But anyway, I'm looking forward to more videos that you submit. Thank you very much. We're going to move right along to the next submission. The next submission comes from the Columbia Basin. Farming in the Columbia Basin is the title of the video. It comes from Hey Farmer 88. This one's going to be a bit longer, so let's see what it is. I'm having some issues with... There we go. Ah, nice intro. That is sweet. It's a lot of tractors. Looks like maybe some more of that TMR that we were talking to earlier. Interesting transitions. So now we're suddenly loading up some bales on the trailer here. Now we're spraying. Cool shots, but how do they all interconnect? So what are we planting here? Something irrigated. Got a big center pivot there. That's the other thing. I don't know if I caught the location on this or not. Eastern Washington, perhaps? That's interesting. Beautiful shot. Yeah, this looks really Washington-like. That is a lot of bales. Wow. Okay, how many machines are working on that? 1, 2... I'm not even gonna count. Those are some big center pivots, too. Nice little time lapse. Looks like we got a nice auto square stacker that was putting those stacks up there. Now they're... Oh no, never mind. Now we got a semi rolling in. Thanks for coming in, Mason from CuziFarm. You're asking why the circular field, Monty? It's because it's irrigated. So you just saw back there about a second ago a center pivot that can swing around like an arm the perimeter of the field to irrigate it. Very popular with people who put up hay, especially in Washington, Eastern Washington. Western Washington's like almost a completely different climate. Not so much of a water table either. Yeah, that's that pivot right there. Basically has powered wheels so that it can walk itself along the field and then pivot around the center. This is an interesting contraption right here. Is this that auto stacker that I saw earlier? Tom's asking, should I get a Hero 7? If you can afford it, I would say yes, it's a significant improvement. I don't have one. Nick can tell you all about it, though. That's his daily. Looks like Hingtgen has a Hero 7 as well. Yeah, they're good. GoPro's making the comeback with those, in my opinion. Oh, we're at corn now. No more hay. Am I reading that it's a John Deere 7450? I don't know anything about choppers from John Deere. McFeeder's Land and Cattle says thank you again for checking out my video and the advice. My family is home and it's time for dinner. Thank you for tuning in. It was awesome to have you here. Hope that you can come back next time. Top-down shots of chopping corn is awesome. So now we're gonna go sell it? Is that what's going on here, or? Guess we'll find out. Oh, maybe we won't. That's the end of the video. Well, maybe there'll be a part 2 or something and we can figure out what's going on with that corn. Anyway, that was pretty cool. Looks like he was trying to achieve a year-round look at their operation, and we did indeed get that with his video. So, interesting stuff. Thank you very much for submitting. Awesome to see.
Farm and Ranch report
and
from
why
the
are we doing
Montana
this?
Ag Network.
OBS, no. You can't do that. You can't just play Lane Norland's video whenever you want. Anyway. Thank you for submitting that awesome video. Here's your applause soundtrack. Alright, I think we got one left in this round. And then we're going to move on to something a little bit different after this. Actually, we have 2 left. We have Harvest 2018 from a Manitoba family farm. I believe there was a message with this one. So if I look here, it says, here's my 2018 harvest video from our family farm in southeastern Manitoba, Canada. The drone footage isn't perfectly smooth, as it's only me and my parents on the farm, so I have to do most of the filming while driving. Really? Interesting. I've done that a couple times before, but it's not necessarily the best multitasking scenario to go for there. Anyway, he says, I was also on the 2015 harvest run with Lee Peterson's crew and spent a few days out at your place. Got to meet you and your family. You're an awesome bunch of guys out there. God bless. Mark. Awesome, Mark. Good to hear from you again. It's really fun to see some of the guys from Lee Peterson's crew catch back up with us. And it's pretty cool. That's the cool thing about hiring custom cutters, is meeting all the fantastic people that you find on their operations. Every year, there's just that one interesting guy, that's for sure. Anyway, let's see what your video's all about here. Harvest 2018 on a Manitoba family farm. All right. Nice and flat. Brakes are cool, but it's not as convenient as a nice flat field from Canada. I'm loving the combine. I'm loving the editing. And I'm loving the music. Are you with us here tonight in the chat, Mark? I'm curious on your yields. As Nick has pointed out. Looks like it was a good year for you. The sandwich and the auto steer. Essential. Oh, that's a cool shot. We're on the canola now, and that looks really good too.
I just wanna sing you all night long. Take me till the early light of dawn. I just wanna sing you all night long.
I don't know what you're talking about with this whole the drone footage isn't perfect thing. It's pretty good. Pretty good for somebody who's also actually doing the work out there. Nice speed ramp. Is that a 4850? We had a 4850 as our cart tractor a few years ago. I can't see the number well enough. Yeah, it looks like a 4850. Old school twin rotor New Holland. All right, Manny's asking, can somebody explain to me the reason why the combine spray wheat out the back? So that's actually the rest of the plant, other than the kernels that are coming out of the back of the combine. That's the job of the combine, is to separate the kernels from the rest of the plant. So you can either windrow the residue of the plant and bale it up later, or you can spread it, which is what that combine's doing. Nice little tandem truck there. That was awesome. I'm going to have to watch that one again later for sure. A lot of these are worth a second watch sometime, honestly, but very well done. Well edited. Excellent choice in music. Excellent cinematography. Looks like it was a really good year for you, too. I don't think you're with us tonight, according to the chat, but it was good to see that. And it's awesome to see some questions that you guys are asking, too. Like, that's what all of this is about, is connecting everyone to a similar level of knowledge of agriculture in general. And by live streaming and having almost 90 people in here, that's a lot of people to reach. And a lot of people who don't necessarily come from farms either. So that's just awesome, to be able to educate those people on where their food comes from. And to have some people that come from very different backgrounds in the ag sector to educate me as well on what some of the other parts of the world do. Fantastic. Anyway, we're going to have to take another quick little break here, and then we're going to move on to what's called the quick vids. Now, the quick vids are mostly vlog content, but maybe a couple other things here and there. They tend to be longer videos. And because we're nearing the end of our streaming time for tonight, I don't have time to play absolutely all of them, so we're going to play sections of them. And we're just going to check out those people's work as well. That's coming... Oh, you know what? We got one regular video before we move on to the quick vids, but we'll go ahead and do that after the break as well. Anyway, I'm going to step out. It's piano music time once again. Give me 2 minutes, and I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. And we'll be back. Now let's see if OBS behaves this time. We're back in 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Grab some more popcorn. We got 6 more videos to watch. back. I unmuted my mic, right? Looks like I did. Good. Okay. We're going to move right on to hauling manure. Episode number 3 of some sort of series on this YouTube channel. Filmed on January 22nd by Hingtgen Farms. Did I pronounce that right? This guy has a really popular Instagram account, so you should go follow him there, and you should subscribe to him on YouTube, by the way. Let's go ahead and see what he's been up to on his farm lately. Got some nice rock to this. I think this is his intro here. Yep. Now we're in the actual video of hauling, spreading manure. In the dark. And on top of snow. Interesting. Some interesting night footage here. It's actually snowing, too, while he's taking this. I think. Maybe not. The headlights were revealing something there for a little bit, though. I think it was just floating dust particles or something, actually. Believe it or not, if it's snowing just a little bit, you can still fly your drone. I've done it before. That's sweet with the night footage and those bright LEDs on that tractor, though. And they got the snow to reflect all of that, too. Monty's asking about flying at night. I'm assuming from the FAA standpoint. If I recall correctly, because the rules are really complicated for recreation versus Part 107. Part 107 is definitely a no according to the FAA. Recreation might be able to get away with it. But at the end of the day, the FAA probably isn't going to run down your YouTube channel, so I don't worry too much about it. As long as it's safe, it's cool with me. I think flying over a farm field at night is not that dangerous at all. Thanks for watching. Well, thank you for submitting. That was awesome footage, for sure. Glad that you were able to share that with us. Oh boy, hotkeys are all messed up. YouTube likes the number keys for going to different points of the video when I'm trying to switch my camera view, but yeah, that's YouTube for you. Anyway, excellent job. Thanks for submitting. I look forward to seeing more from your channel. I always got to remember the applause. I think I forgot that one on the last video, but anyway... Drones. Yeah, people are talking about all sorts of FAA droney stuff in the chat now. I see Hartung saying, well, I took the Part 107 last week, and there was a question that mentioned flying at night. I believe they said, as long as you have clearance lights, you're able to do so. I think if you're recreational, yeah. But it's really interesting, because some people are saying that the built-in DJI clearance lights on the drones aren't bright enough. I think they're plenty bright. I can see my drone from, like, 2 miles away with those clearance lights that DJI includes, but at least on the Inspire. I don't know about the Mavic or even the Phantom 4, but anyway. Drone stuff, super interesting. I had to fill out a ton of paperwork just to be able to fly over my college campus for a video. and it was an absolute pain. Some people just do not like drones for some reason. I can see why a college campus doesn't, but for us responsible pilots, it just makes things to be an absolute pain. Anyway, should we watch another video? I think we're going to move along to the quick ones here, and we have a few here. The first one is going to be from, oh, we were just talking to him in the chat just about a minute ago, but Hartung Family Farms. I believe he was at the Farm Machinery Show and appeared on quite a few people's YouTube channels, actually. Really cool how that Farm Machinery Show was quite the meetup for a lot of you guys, a lot of the content creators out there for agriculture. Anyway, the title of this one is Trucking Across Eastern Iowa Hauling Corn. So let's see what this is all about. This is a quick one, so that means we're going to skip around to different sections of the video, just FYI. Let's go ahead and give it a watch.
Well guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms. Today it's Ron with you here, and I'm going to be Sunday, not sure what day, I think the 27th, and I'm going to be heading, taking the semi today, going a little jaunt around Iowa. Going to take a load to ADM of corn, sell that, and then I'm going to head to Cedar Rapids and pick up a load of bean meal, because we use bean meal. We sell that to other farmers in the area, just farmers that don't have the means to transport that bean meal via a bean meal truck and a semi. So yes, that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to go load that up. It sounds like the brakes are stuck there, so get that.
Sounds like it's going to be a busy day.
As you can see, we got snow everywhere.
And it's snowy.
A little over a foot on the ground.
I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead a little bit here. Let's see what we're doing now. Oh, here's the truck.
Corn, take it to ADM, then head out to Cedar Rapids. So, and like I said before, guys, the temperature is supposed to get ridiculously and dangerously cold here Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday's supposed to be
what date is this?
-16,
February 5th.
A high of
That's about when it got cold in Montana too.
-23, I think. And that's actually going to be a wind chill. It's going to feel like -60. So
oh yeah,
it's going to be dangerously cold. Guys,
we didn't get that cold, at least in the Gallatin Valley.
So
it got pretty cold up in Montana though. All right, we're getting in the truck here.
Oh, nice and warm in here. So guys, I can't remember much on these brakes, but I want to say, because these are sucked in, I want to say that they're locked in right now. So I want to say it's frozen, but all four of them are. So like I said, I can't remember exactly. So this is the S-cam. The brake chamber's right here. The S-cam's in here. So basically, when this brake chamber actuates this right here, it turns it like this and actuates the S-cam, which presses the pads against the drum, kind of like that. But I cannot remember if when they're sucked in, if they're actually actuated. So I'm gonna go press the release air from the brakes, and that way it should activate them, I believe. So I'm gonna go check that. Yeah, those brakes are still in the same spot, so all four brakes are locked in right now. So I gotta somehow get them fixed. I'm gonna try one theory. Can't remember, I've never had this happen before, but I need to break them loose. I'm gonna try.
This is stuff I don't know anything about, so I'm learning here.
I don't think it will. Then I'm gonna start.
Not an air brakes guy.
And see what Pat says when he gets here. Alrighty guys, no luck. So on the back axle, two of the brake pads are frozen stuck there. Everything else is free, so I'm gonna see if I can grab something to.
It's cold weather for you.
Unfreeze them, I guess.
It just messes with everything.
So that's what we're doing now. Quick recap, guys. So the brake pads, the back two top pads of the rear axle were frozen. So I basically just took a hammer and tapped on the top of them. That freed it up. Then kind of just manually pried open the S-cam to free it up. So got the truck out. Now I'm gonna go take a broom and ladder and sweep off all this crap on the tarp and try to get the tarp opened up. But while that's happening, I'm gonna put you guys back on the charger. Alright guys, so.
Alright, we're gonna skip ahead a little bit here, see what's up next. Looks like you were clearing out your hopper bottoms there.
Alright guys, hope you can see, but got everything cleaned up.
Yep, that's exactly what you're doing there in the video. Now let's go on here.
Obviously you can get a lot more flow out of this.
Filling her up at the bin. Looks like we just pulled that ahead.
Getting loaded up for ADM, so this is gonna be a spot load. Places really need corn right now, so basis is actually 0. So basically what basis is the essentially the money that the place that we're going to charges you, kind of like on top of what the grain prices are. I'll do some more research so I can get a better answer for you guys. That's just my quick understanding. But anyway, so they're basically basis is 0, so we're getting exactly what the price of corn is right now. So it's called a spot load, and we're gonna get a bucket, $3.80 for this load of grain. So $3.80 a bushel, and I'll have about probably 1,000 bushel on me, maybe a little less, probably a little less. And
yes, skip ahead a little more. Now we're rolling.
Just pulling in, get a dump, and then head out to Cedar Rapids. Look at this dumb little thing. The turkey eating the corn. A couple turkeys eating
those
the corn.
gosh darn turkeys.
And people dropped. Look like Jake's to me. A lot of turkeys here. That's a first. It's pretty neat.
So is all this snow melted now?
Probed.
I'd assume it would be if we're having some water issues in a lot of the Midwest, unfortunately.
Down right now. So
we still have a lot of snow down here. It's melting fast, but
so basically
that's probably not good news for you guys downstream from us.
There is one, which it's not because it's a spot load, so I just said ADM. The grower, farmer, hauler, it's all Pat Hartung. And then I gotta give them my truck number, which is basically an ADM issued ID tag, which is up on my dash right now. But that's all it is. Now I'm gonna head and go sell this grain, go dump it in their pit. Because I just got probed there. Now, then I need to scale in, pull over the dumps, dump, and then pull out, scale out, and I'm heading to Cedar Rapids.
I wasn't far from Cedar Rapids. Oh, we gotta watch this part real quick. It's too bad we can't just sit back and watch the whole thing.
Alrighty guys, all done. Now I just gotta get my scale out and get my
But we
ticket.
got a few more that we gotta get through.
Alrighty guys, just scaled out, weighed right around 80,000, and scaled out right around at 25. So I'm gonna call this video quits here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, be sure to like,
except we
comment,
still got a
and
lot of video
subscribe.
left here.
Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Hartung Family.
I wonder what's going on. Let's go about here.
Oh, well guys, so I just got to Cargill in Cedar Rapids, and I have a phone number on that kind of on that screen right there that tells me to call. I keep trying to call him and no one's picking up, but I just went and stopped the guy who's moving snow here, and he says their bean mill plant is down for at least 3 to 4 hours, bare minimum. So that's not what I wanted to hear. I wanted to go home and make lasagna tonight, but that's not gonna happen.
Lasagna sounds really good right now. Anybody want to donate me some lasagna? Just send it in a super chat or something for me.
I don't want to head back.
It's too bad super chat doesn't work like that.
100 miles and wasted fuel. But like I said, we'll see what happens. But regardless, not a good deal. The guy said that they're froze up right now. They're trying to get it started again, but they're completely out and everything's froze up. So
guess I'm just gonna have to make my own lasagna.
I don't know, we'll see, but keep you guys updated, but it's not a good deal right now. I'm just sitting here and wife is not going to be happy.
But yeah, this is farming for you. You never know what's gonna happen.
The Hawks are playing terrible.
Could be a weather issue.
I'm trying to think of stuff to do while I'm sitting waiting.
Could be an issue like we're seeing here. You never know.
Still waiting.
Anyway, we're probably gonna be waiting for a while. Let's see if we can fast forward a little bit. See if something different happens here. Oh, still waiting. Still waiting.
Alrighty guys, I'll catch you up in the truck. Alrighty. Ready to roll, so I'm gonna head back to Preston, but last look at the truck, which is right there, getting loaded up. So
quick question, where in Iowa is Preston?
An hour and a half.
Might have been in a similar area before.
Alrighty guys, just made it back. I'm gonna close down some sheds and head home. The weather's getting pretty bad on us already. The wind is really picking up, and we've probably already got a 1/4 inch of snow already. So, gotta love winter.
Such an interesting winter that we have had here in the country.
Close this shed up.
So now we're back at your place, it looks like.
Oh, good lord. Maybe. Oh. Maybe is right.
Jameson, we're watching Hartung Farms right now. Cool guy. Pretty sure he has more subscribers than I do too, which means he's a little bit more. Still a small channel, definitely growing. Some pretty awesome vlogs.
That was hard as usual, but the shed is locked up. Should be good. Alrighty. Sweet.
Well, does this mean you finally get to have lasagna? Or maybe not.
Whew. It's cold outside, ladies and gentlemen. Time for me to head home.
I'm so happy that it is not cold anymore.
It's just barely snowing here. We're out in Cedar Rapids. It was really snowing. So, alrighty. Go ahead and sign off on this video. Pat's just gonna come home, park that in the shed, and
oh, bummer. No lasagna at the end of this video, according to Hartung.
Sure smash that like button.
Smash that like button.
Already, guys. And I would really appreciate it. And comment if you have any questions. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Hartung Family Farms. And of course, guys, as
you know what? You told me to do it. I guess I'll do it. Boom.
Now I tried to think of a funny pun that had something to do with snow and wind. I couldn't. So.
I like it. I love it. I need to watch some more of your videos. I am not able to catch them often at all. I gotta admit, I think I've only seen maybe one or two before watching this one, and I wish we could have watched this one all the way through, but maybe next time. Anyway, thanks for submitting. Good to see you, Ron. We're gonna move right to the next one. We have a year in review one from Just a Little Farm in Kansas. Let's go ahead and watch that here in a minute. Before I move over, though, I'm going to remind you one more time. Phone lines are open, 406-404-6528. No, it's not my real phone number. It's a virtual one, so that way I don't get completely spammed. But I do want you to call it, because we're going to take a couple people at the end of this episode and meet a couple of the viewers that watch AgriLive outside of the boring old YouTube chat. Anyway, next video, a 2018 year in review from Kansas. And we start with burning stuff. Planting some corn. Interesting. Nice GoPro shot. Oh, that's sweet. So now we're planting some beans. Looks like the same planter, same tractor, different crop. Trying to figure out why you're at a curve there. Oh, these, oh yeah, those are beans. Now we're mowing some hay with a John Deere 1600A pull behind rotary mower. I miss having a rotary pull behind mower. I never ran it myself, actually. Just usually dad or a hired hand, but they just cut the crop so well. Is that a Vermeer? It is a Vermeer. We have a Vermeer representative that doesn't live too far away from us. Nice guys. They also farm up in the central Montana area. See if we got any other interesting baling shots here. Anyway, looks like we put the bales up. Now it is time to gather them and get them out of the field with a skid steer. Putting them on a Ford Super Duty gooseneck trailer. Now we're at corn harvest. None of that red paint, though. Let's skip ahead. Oh, he was unloading there. Now the real question is, what model combine? Obviously not an S series. Can't remember the numbers for the old ones. 8400. I almost want to say our L. Peterson Farms crew used to run these, but I could be completely wrong. Anyway, there he goes, cutting some more corn, offloading it into a trailer. Bean harvest. Getting a little more into the evening here. It's got that nice, kind of more laid-back music, too. Not a bad top-down shot. Always good to see those. Anyway, we just keep cutting, and that pretty much wraps up that video. Awesome. Once again, this was Just a Little Farm in Kansas. And it was a good video to see for sure. So thank you very much for submitting that. We're going to move right into the next one here in about a minute. Here's your applause, by the way. After we acknowledge the fact that Agri Studios has gotten its first super chat in the entire history of AgriLive. And Whiskers here is saying, Whiskers141 says, I love the way you do stuff. Can I meet you sometime? You can certainly call the number and we can have a... Oh, it's over here. Yeah. It'd be awesome to meet you in person someday, too, depending on where you're at. Never know. But anyway, I appreciate the support. Thanks for the super chat. It's a great way to make sure that these things keep going, because other than that, it's pretty much volunteer work. I can't make ad revenue off of this after the fact due to copyrighted music. And even though it's not a profit maximizer or anything for me, I still really love doing it. That's why I'm here. So... it's just great to be here. Thank you very much for the super chat. All right, next video. And we're going to be taking some phone calls here very, very soon, so stay tuned for those. There might be a bit of a surprise at the end. You never know. All right, let's move on to another harvest video from Tommy Basin at Newhouse Farm. Let's watch. He has a lower third title here that says a 2010 John Deere. Oh, I just missed the model number. Oh, good thing these are quick ones that I can skip around on. S690i, harvesting wheat. My question is, where are we at in the world? Skip ahead a little more here. Bit of a break from flat fields, too. Lots more trees. Doesn't look like a bad wheat crop either. What is going on with that hopper, though? Right there. Anybody know what that's called? Never seen anything like that before. Oh, moving to a new scene here. So now you got a telehandler from Claus. Looks like we're not in America, by the way. Perhaps the UK. Loading up a truck, shovel load by shovel load. Yeah, we're definitely on the other side of the world here. Alright, move to the next scene here. Alright, now we got wheat coming into the pile via a tipper trailer. This is definitely different than how we do things up our part of the world. It's like silage bunkers, but you're putting wheat in there. And instead of augering it into a bin, you tip it out the back into a pile. There's got to be a reason why, but I guess I never figured out what that reason was. But I do know a lot of people in Europe do this. Interesting stuff. Alright, next scene. Looks like we're loading that same trailer again. Now we're back to the harvest field. Still want to know what type of hopper this is. I've never seen anything like that before. Anyway, that tipper's gonna grab another load of grain from the combine. And we're approaching the end of the video here. So he's probably gonna take that right back to the bunker and offload it again, or unload it again. There he goes. Well, thank you for submitting. Let me grab your channel name again. Tommy Basin. He has a description in here that says, apologies for the poor videography. You're an amateur who doesn't have a tripod. Don't worry, I didn't have a tripod when I started either. And it's awesome that you at least give us the viewpoint in the first place, because you're never going to learn by not trying. That is for sure. So, thank you for submitting. All right. How many do we have left? One more. Last video for tonight. And then, after we get done with this last video, don't go anywhere, because we got a couple people that have queued up to talk to us tonight. So, let's watch this last video real quick, and we'll get back to the phone lines and call it a day. Thank you for being here. This has been awesome. Please like, please subscribe. And then somebody super chatted earlier too, which was awesome to see as well. Our next video is putting super singles on... Uh-oh. Why am I black? What happened to my camera? I think it died. We're gonna have to figure that one out. Good thing we have a video to watch while we do that. So I'm not gonna be able to be around for this one for part of it. But let's go ahead and watch it. By the way, this is Werner Farms. I think he was at the big farm show in Kentucky too. Let me grab a camera battery here.
I don't know. Well, we just got the trailer hooked up, and we're gonna take the combine back over to the farm and get the tires off of it, get the tires loaded, and we might end up going down and get some hours done. Not tracks. I know most of you guys want tracks for it, but I'm not gonna get tracks. Way too expensive. So that's what's going on.
Alright, so I totally missed what he was talking about because cameras and technology
It's been a while.
and not working, but we're getting in the combine. If I remember right, he is putting wheels on the combine that have been delivered.
We're gonna have to get used to this.
It's a nice combine, by the way. Nice equipment shed, too. That thing's packed. All sorts of toys in there.
God, that's a long auger.
It would be on a new John Deere combine. Andrew Jones. Is this the Andrew Jones that I know? The one who thinks he's funny all the time, or is this a different Andrew Jones? Alright, we better start skipping along here, because we still got quite a bit to get to tonight, and not a whole lot of time left. So we're driving somewhere. Where are we going? We're going to some tires here, some wheels. And we are loading them onto a trailer with some nice FPV GoPro goodness happening here. Man, that'd be a bit of a job.
Going down. Go down.
So I got some pallets there you're setting it on so that you can get the forks underneath it. So you're definitely taking wheels off the combine. So that'd be like a spacer for the duals there. Yeah, that's got to be a heck of a job. I remember we had to take the outers of our duals off of our K Steiger 435 that we used for seeding. It had to be a grain cart tractor one year. It was a good hour, and I think we used chains and a overhead crane type deal on a service truck to get ours off. But we only had to take the outers off, which means we could just drive the inner wheel up on a board. That way, the outer wheel was off the ground. And then you just unbolt it and take it off. Yeah, that'd be a... It'd take a long time to get all these wheels put on this trailer. We're gonna skip ahead. We're gonna see what happens later down the road. Still loading stuff up. Oh no, we're somewhere else. We're unloading them now. It's a lot of green paint. Big shop too. Anyway, now that I've actually bothered to read the title, I know what's going on. He's switching to super singles. Which they've loaded, delivered back to the farm. They're untarping them, and now we're putting them on.
Is Kyle doing anything?
Once again, I wish we could watch this whole thing, but for the sake of time, we can't. I wish we could watch everybody's submissions, but we just don't have enough time tonight for that either. So that means you guys are gonna have to come back next time. 2 weeks from now, we'll do this again. Or 4 weeks from now, excuse me. 2 weeks from now is a special guest. To be determined. Those are some tires, though. Let's see if we can get a...
Sidewall
Oh, yeah.
Busted out on it, so we actually got that swapped out right away when we saw it.
Those are some tires.
And this one actually came off of a 9870 from the Mississippi Delta. That one over there, they pulled off of a 9670. Not sure where that one came from, but this one I'd say has about 90%, and then the other one has about 80-85% on it. So I'm pretty well happy with them. I'm pretty impressed with how they look and everything. I think this looks really nice with it, and I'm pretty glad that we went with floaters over duals, in my opinion, especially with the compaction and everything on it. So as far as everything goes now, this actually goes down to John Deere next week to get a PIP done on it, possibly an engine PIP as well, depending on if it needs it or not. Might see some technology updates on it. A few of you were actually discussing about the axle being widened out. This actually does have the axle widened out a little bit. And actually, if you look, it does run parallel right down in the middle of those front floaters. So really, no matter really where you move it, we looked, you're still going to be running down the middle of a row on this back axle. We're just going to leave it the way it is. We're actually going to be putting devastators on the corn head more than likely. 99.98% sure that we're going to be doing that. Hopefully we'll be getting a new purchase next week. I know I've been talking about that a lot and you guys haven't heard nothing on it. So hopefully next week, I'm thinking, maybe, depending on the weather. And yeah, you can see the 9650s here. No longer ours officially. That is going to our dealer.
You guys are going to have to subscribe to this guy, see more of his videos.
John Deere dealer, 8530.
He's definitely got a few.
To the shed tonight because it is actually supposed to rain tonight, so we're gonna get that out of the way, and probably gonna take the duals off the front just because I know the duals look cool. I really like them, I know, but we're gonna take them off because this is going on the grain drill. No reason to have duals on it for the grain drill. And since this is going to be used on the anhydrous bar, or for side dressing this summer,
Alright, we better skip over to the end here.
I'm going to get some guys that really
We're going to be pretty pressed for time because I see we got some people that want
I don't
to talk to us before we leave here.
We're going to have too big of an issue with the floaters
So,
that we went with. Instagram and Snapchat.
Werner Farms,
and
you can follow him on those platforms as well.
Next video, though.
Cool channel. I have not been able to catch a whole lot of it, but he definitely can entertain some people, that's for sure. Nice equipment too, lots of green paint in that video. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and hit up the phone lines here very soon. But thank you, Werner Farms, for submitting that. Applause, applause, applause. Always got to have our fancy applause sound effect as usual. A lot of you are asking Nick about the big butt, I see. I'm really curious on how that thing's going to turn out as well. We're going to have to wait for a video update from him. But I'm excited for that thing as well. The international truck that he did turned out pretty awesome, so. All right. Here's how the phone thing's going to work, guys. I've got a couple people who've called in and hit the voicemail box. They've left voicemails, so I can figure out who they are. I'm going to call them back. If they answer, they're live. We'll give each person a couple minutes to talk. Looks like we have 3 of those people. Let's go ahead and give the first guy a call, shall we? All right, let's get set up for this. One moment, guys. Maybe someday somebody can be an audio mixer for me. That would be great. Here we go. First caller. Let's see who it is. Can you guys hear the ringing? If so, we have it routed right. Hello, this is Riley on AgriLive. Who are we talking to here?
Hello, my friend.
Oh, this sounds very familiar. Would this happen to be Sam, the last professional kart driver?
Got you, buddy. Been watching it here this evening. That's a pretty good show.
Good to hear. What's your favorite part been so far?
Well, I love the big part with the Challenger tractor, and I'm not sure if that wasn't a J&M cart. I'm still trying to figure that out.
I think it was.
Yeah, the Cat Lexion Combine. So yeah, that was pretty good. And and the Hartung video, Riley, you need to watch that from the beginning. And that's a day of cold frustration.
Oh yeah. Cold frustration. Yeah.
Done. Yep, and everything getting going on. But then back to our Mark from Manitoba. That's what I called you about. Just happened to catch that part of it. So, and that year, 2015, I think that was the first year the 82 30 machine that's out there. I think it was. If it was 15,
actually,
so had Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John that summer. So they had the 4 disciples. That was part of the harbor. That's how I remember them.
Interesting. Yeah, we've had so many people from Lee's crew that have come up that I start to lose track of all of them. But it's fun when they come back like that. And I had no idea that somebody from Lee's crew could put together something that awesome, too. That was an awesome video he submitted. I don't know if he's still with us on the chat tonight or not. But anyway.
But yeah, it was a really good video. Really good video. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for watching and supporting the show. It was awesome talking to you on the last episode, too. For those of you guys who are new here, last time on AgriLive, we actually talked to Sam. He was a guest on the show, and he told us all about his Minneapolis Moline tractors and where he's from in Virginia and all that, and his adventures coming out to help us harvest on my farm up in Winifred, Montana. So, yeah, good talking to you again, Sam.
All right, Riley, I'm glad you're up to, 60-some, visitors here tonight. So, all right, we'll talk to you, and we'll sign off, okay?
All right. Well, thank you very much for calling. Hopefully we can talk to you again some other time.
Okay, good night.
You too. Bye. Awesome. Good to hear from Sam again. He's a really good guy. Been helping us straight up for 11 years, I want to say. Anyway, he's been able to watch a lot of the fellow YouTubers out there, so chances are if you make farm videos and you have a few thousand subscribers, he might know who you are. Anyway, I'm gonna read a bio here, and we might have another caller ready to be called up here. Let's go ahead and give him a call, see who this is.
Hello?
Hey, is this Thomas?
Yes.
Hey, welcome to AgriLive. We are officially featuring you on the show. So, Yeah, go ahead and who are you and how have you heard of AgriLive? That's my first question for you, actually.
I heard of you through Welker, and a couple other guys a while back, but it was one of those. I had seen your channel, and I thought, that's neat. And another guy talked about you, so I went and looked you back up. And then Welker's the other day were talking about you, and it's like, I ought to actually go out and actually start really looking at his channel.
That's awesome. Well, glad you stopped by.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think? What's your favorite part that you've seen on tonight's stream so far?
I got in kind of late. I was out at a meeting. Werner Farms video, that was a nice thing to see, but I think what I really liked to see was that video from over across the lakes, we could say, over of them harvesting grain over there and loading it and unloading it. I still can't figure out why you'd want to put it in a barn instead of a bin.
Yeah, same exact question I have, and I don't. Maybe somebody put an answer to that in the chat somewhere and I missed it, but other than that, I don't exactly know why, but I've seen other videos from the other side of the pond, and a lot of them do that. They just put it inside a building like that. And we put grain inside buildings too, but different reasons there. That's when we run out of bin space. Looks like they were deliberately doing it. So yeah, interesting stuff. Well,
yeah, our farm's small enough. We're a seed corn farm. We don't actually have any bin storage, and all of our oats that we have for our horses and whatnot is just stored or my little soybean patch that I harvest with my old pull-type combine. We just store that in a gravity wagon for a week till we can get it in.
Yeah, interesting. So how about...
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
I've got a couple videos of that stuff on my channel, Steers Family Farms. I mean, that's...
Okay, Steers Family Farms.
Yep.
That's how you say it? All right, guys. Well, you heard it. That's another channel for you to check out here after the stream tonight, Steers Family Farms. And hopefully you can submit a video.
Instagram.
Oh, YouTube, Instagram. What other platforms you on?
And Facebook.
Gotcha. Yeah, go check them out, and hopefully you can submit a video for next time we do this. Next month, hopefully.
Yeah, I can get one up.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Unfortunately, we've had so many submissions tonight that I wasn't able to get to all of them, so it should be a pretty busy episode next month as well. So, yeah, for sure. Well, thank you very much for calling. We got one more person to get to here, and then we got to end the broadcast. So, yeah, thanks again, Thomas.
Thanks for doing what you do.
Have a good rest of your night.
You too.
All right, bye-bye. This is pretty awesome. I love it when people call like this. So it's always good when we get these towards the end of the episode. We got one more, guys. I wonder who this could be. Let's go ahead and call and find out. Maybe. Oh, there it goes. All right, is anybody there? This is AgriLive.
I'm sorry, I don't take solicitations over the phone.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate because you're going to have to this time. Man, something sounds awfully familiar about this guy here. I wonder who this guy could be. Any guesses?
Well,
I'll
just hum and see if they can guess it.
Do you have a YouTube channel with maybe just a couple hundred subscribers or something like that? You know, not a big YouTube channel. It's just one of those little ones.
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah,
no.
maybe like 5 subscribers. I think I've seen some of your videos before. And you're from like Iowa, right?
Yeah, just west of there a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I think you guys might have figured out who this might be, so you may as well go ahead and tell us what you have been up to today, Nick.
Well, guys, let's see. What have I been up to? Well, a lot of changes happening this spring. We've got trucks that we're working on. We got big buds that we're working on. And we've got spring equipment that needs worked on, and the snow is melting. So we're running out of time. But we're getting things done, and the truck turned out great, and the tractor's work in progress. And during all this, I'm trying to develop a routine of getting videos out consistent and quality and everything. So lot's happening, exciting. I just trying to get it all figured out and organized. So, but it's awesome.
Crazy.
And the channel has just been really growing too, which is really encouraging too. So.
Yeah, how long ago did you hit 150,000?
2 weeks ago, I think something like that.
Okay, yeah, and it's definitely growing from there too, which is awesome to see. Awesome to see the reach that you have on your channel for sure, and there's a reason for that. It's because your videos are so entertaining that I gotta watch them at least like 5 times, some of them. So I'm sure a lot of other people do as well. So yeah, pretty
I appreciate
awesome.
that. They've come a long way.
And I also really appreciate everything you've done for AgriLive, for promoting it on some of your social media platforms and getting the extra audience here. We had, I think, up to 90 people at one point in time watching. So that's awesome. A huge improvement from what we were seeing before. And hopefully it grows even more from there. And hopefully I can fine tune some of the things about this series as well. Seems like a lot of people enjoy it. So yeah, what was your favorite?
That's awesome. No.
Your favorite part that we've seen tonight?
You know, I always like seeing new stuff, and so seeing the corn forage, the cloth machines running, and then the European videos as well. That's always very intriguing to me, just because just like they think we do crazy stuff over here. It's just interesting seeing how they run their operations over there, because I know to them that's why you do it. It's perfect. You know, their operation is all set up how we do it, or how they do it, and over here we have it how we do it, and it's just funny because it's all done the same. I mean, we all get the job done at the end of the day, but I just like that. I like that the around the world operation. So
yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, we've come to the end of our broadcast time tonight. Pretty long episode, but it was fun, and thank you guys all for tuning in. Nick, you can close out the show with me. That'd be pretty awesome. So what we do here is in the OBS studio, we can bring up the closing screen right here. And that way people know that, unfortunately, we've got to bring the show to an end. So thank you, Nick. Thank you, everybody else, for joining tonight. Next time, we're going to have a special guest or multiple special guests, who knows, of some sort. And we'll see who that is. But yeah, people like both ends of the series. They like the farm videos episodes, and they like the different perspectives of agriculture from other people as well. And someday you might see the one and only Nick Welker on the show as well. So you're gonna have to subscribe to see that, if that ever happens.
I'll get the
Nick's a
popcorn
busy
ready.
guy, but yeah. All right, well, anything else, Nick?
Guys, support Riley. Just definitely check him this channel quite a bit. Riley's a really talented guy, and I don't know, if you think my videos are good, I truly believe Riley's got a niche for editing and filming and everything that's not easily come by. It's something that you're born with. So Riley, you're good. Keep up the good work, and definitely, guys, tune in and I love the support. Thank you all for supporting all this.
Yeah, well, thank you, Nick, once again. It's pretty awesome, and yeah, I'm not able to post as often as Nick. I don't actually live on a farm. I'm a college student down in Bozeman, but every once in a while I make it back up to the farm, and stay tuned for some interesting content there, because yeah, both Nick and I, both of our farms will be seeding here before too long as this snow keeps melting. So yeah, well, thank you very much, Nick. I'll go ahead and let you go, but thank you for calling in. Nice surprise for everybody.
See you guys.
Yeah, catch you later too, Nick. All right, bye-bye. All right, guys, that's all I got. So before I leave, hello, Cole Wright, how's it going? I'll have to catch you next time. We ran out of time tonight. 2 weeks from now, I'll be back. But until then, I gotta go. Gotta get a couple other things done, so see you guys later. Now, how do I make this thing go away? Hello? You thought I was gonna go away, did you? No? We gotta play with the modulator now. This is for you, Colruyt. Okay, I'm gonna shut it off now. Thanks again, guys.